You know, it's pretty wild to think that one of the greatest tragedies ever written really hinges on a single tiny moment of chance. It all kicks off with a party, a guest list, and a guy who just can't read. Today, we're going to break down exactly how that one little mistake set an absolute catastrophe in motion. So, how in the world does this happen? Well, the answer is a perfect storm of bad luck, really bad timing, and a whole lot of teenage drama right at the heart of Romeo and Juliet. It's basically a chain reaction, and we're going to follow every single domino as it falls. Okay, so the story doesn't actually kick off with our young lovers. Nope, it all starts with a father. Lord Capulet, the head of this powerful Verona family, is trying to juggle some very important and very conflicting priorities. See, he's just been warned by the prince to keep the peace with his family's rivals, the Montagues. At the exact same time, he's trying to arrange a good marriage for his only daughter, Juliet. And to top it all off, he's throwing a huge feast at his house that very night. And yeah, these three things, they were about to smash into each other in the most spectacular way. So you've got this respectable nobleman, Paris, right? And he comes along and asks for Juliet's hand in marriage. At first, Capulet actually pushes back. He argues that Juliet is just way too young, not even 14 yet. He's basically saying, whoa, slow down, she's just a kid, she's not ready for all that. And to really hammer this home, he tells Paris to wait 2 more summers before she's, quote, ripe to be a bride. But here's where things start to get complicated. Capulet gives the guest list for his big party to a servant. And meanwhile, a totally separate story is unfolding across town with a heartbroken Romeo, whose path is about to cross with this very list. But, he doesn't shut Paris down completely. He gives him a shot. He says his own permission is just one part of the deal. The real condition? Paris has to win Juliet over. He has to woo her, get her to actually like him. It's her choice that really matters. So he invites Paris to the party tonight to start his charm offensive. All right, and this is where we get to the servant's big problem. This is the first domino, right here. Capulet hands off the guest list for his party and tells the servant to go invite everyone on it. So the mission seems simple enough, right? Take the list, find the people, invite them to the party. Easy peasy. Except there is one huge, catastrophic problem. The one guy in charge of the invitations, can't read. I mean, to him, this list is just a bunch of meaningless squiggles on a page. He's been given a job that he is literally fundamentally incapable of doing on his own. And you can just feel the frustration pouring out of him here. He's like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I have no idea what any of this says. So his only move is to find someone learned who can help him figure it out. And as luck, or maybe fate would have it, he's about to bump into just the right person. And who should be wandering the streets of Verona at that exact moment? None other than our lovesick hero, Romeo, moping around for completely different reasons. See, Romeo is just completely down in the dumps over this girl named Rosaline, who's sworn off romance and wants nothing to do with him. His cousin, Benvolio, is trying to snap him out of it with some pretty classic, timeless advice for getting over someone. Benvolio's logic is actually pretty simple. He basically says the best cure for an old crush is a new one. He tells Romeo, hey, just go look at some other beautiful women and that poison of your obsession with Rosaline will just fade away. Plenty of other fish in the sea. And this is the moment. This is where the servant's simple errand and Romeo's teenage heartbreak are about to smash right into each other in a moment of pure, unbelievable chance. So the servant, totally desperate, walks right up to Romeo and asks him the one question, the single question that is about to seal everyone's fate. It's such a simple, innocent question, but wow, is it loaded with tragic potential. And Romeo, being an educated nobleman, is like, yeah, of course I can read. He takes the list, starts scanning the names, and then, boom, he sees it, right there on the list. His fair niece Rosaline, the very girl he can't get out of his head. She's going to be at the Capulets' party. So the servant, he's so grateful for the help that he just casually invites Romeo to the party. Hey, you should come. Crush a cup of wine. Have a good time. But then he adds this one little thing, this tiny throwaway condition he probably says to everyone he meets. Just one rule. That's it. Anyone is welcome, so long as you're not a Montague. And there it is. I mean, talk about dramatic irony. We, the audience, know that Romeo is the one person in all of Verona who is absolutely, positively not welcome. And the servant, who has no clue, just personally invited his boss's mortal enemy to the feast. You can just feel the tension crank all the way up. So now what? With this completely accidental, totally ironic invitation in his hand, Romeo and Benvolio have a huge choice to make. Do they actually risk it and crash their enemy's party?
Benvolio immediately sees this as the perfect opportunity to prove his point. He's all for it, telling Romeo, "Let's go. I'll show you so many other women that they'll make your precious Rosaline look like a crow." But Romeo? Oh no, he's not interested in that at all. He agrees to go, but for one reason and one reason only: to see Rosaline, who he is convinced is the most beautiful woman on earth.
And that's it. That's the final domino falling into place. They have totally different reasons for going, but they both agree. They're going to put on masks and sneak into the Capulets' feast. It's a decision born from a chance encounter, a simple misunderstanding that is about to put Romeo on a direct collision course with Juliet. So just think about this. You have a lovesick boy crashing a party he absolutely should not be at, hosted by a man who would probably want him dead on sight. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? The real question now is, what happens the second he walks through those doors?